everyone, I hope you're having a good day. It's a pleasure to welcome you here. The subject of my talk is Paraphrastic Approach. Have you ever heard about it? If not, then join me here. This is Deserie Guisihan from ED31B. Paraphrastic Approach. Paraphrastic approach is primarily paraphrasing and rewording the text to simpler language or use other languages to translate it. Paraphrastic approach is also known as translation approach because teachers translate other unusual languages or unusual words to the students so that they fully understand it. Like for example, sometimes we are reading William Shakespeare's books, poems, and stories, and there are vague words that we cannot understand easily. So there are teachers that will help us to understand it by paraphrasing or translating it for us students. Paraphrastic approach. This approach deals with the surface meaning of the text. Wang and MB 2007. Paraphrastic approach is also the most favored approach among all the approaches in teaching literature because teachers use their own words to level to their students' knowledge, and they are making the deep meaning text into the most shallow text for them to really understand it. So this is an example of paraphrasing. The original paragraph. Usually, female kangaroos give birth to one joey at a time. Newborns weigh as little as 0.03 ounces at birth. After birth, the joey crawls into its mother's pouch, where it will nurse and continue to grow and develop. Red kangaroo joeys do not leave the pouch for good until they are more than 8 months old. And then the paraphrase. After a female kangaroo gives birth to a joey, the newborn crawls into its mother's pouch where it feeds and grows until it's 8 months old. Rosley 1995. He asserts that it allows teachers to use simpler words and sentence structures compared to the more complicated ones in the text. Sometimes the teacher can translate into other languages. So, as I have said, paraphrastic approach is also known as translation approach because using this approach, the teacher retells the text to students to help them understand by using simple terms or words or phrases to explain what the story is all about to students and discusses the author says in the text using the student's first language or L1. This approach is good for students who are beginners in the target language. So these are the points that you must remember about paraphrastic approach. 1. Surface meaning of the text. 2. Paraphrase. 3. Reword the story in simpler language. 4. Translating it into another language. 5. Beginners of target language. So after the lesson, maybe reading some poems or stories to the students, the teachers wanted to know if they have learned something, if they really understand it. So by that, the students may be asked to read paraphrase notes in their worksheets or handouts and also to retell the story to class. So that concludes my talk for today. And now I'd like to thank you for taking time out to listen to my presentation, although it's very short and quick. Thank you very much. Please always keep safe, be healthy, and God bless.